Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ultimate Team Experience, a podcast show where we track three players' vastly different Ultimate Team experiences, offering advice and insight, answering your questions, trying to help you out so you can have and make the most out of your Ultimate Team experience. My name is Wes, and as always, I am joined by Mr. Platinum Woods. And Wayne. Woo! Guys, content and controversy, I think, themes tonight. So from heavyweights to ultimate kickoff, we got another house rules, limiteds, more legends, and not everybody's happy. I'm gonna let you guys talk this out because it's above my pay grade.
I will keep this quick, Platin. It's all you, bro. Last week I distinctively remember being super excited for what I thought was going to be a very important week of Mutt. I literally heard we were getting new stuff, new content, new stuff, however you want to phrase it, however you want to look at it. I think everybody's under the impression that this week we were getting stuff to do. We got 3 LTDs from programs that were out last week. We got house rules. We got heavyweights. I love the heavyweight system. Don't get me wrong. 5 heavyweights at one time is way better than to this day, all that. Outside of that, it's the meme. Is it the meme? God, I'm old. Is it the meme where it shows Homer Simpson backing away into the bushes?
The GIF, yeah.
GIF? I would have called it GIF. We'll have that topic another time. We'll have that conversation.
It's not worth it.
I am literally the Homer Simpson right now. I'm backing away into the bushes because there's not a lot to tell you about from last week and this week. And now with that, I'm going to let Platt go because I'm going to start getting negative. I want to hear what he has to say.
So I need to say this, and I need you guys to believe me that this is coming from the bottom of my heart. I've played Mutt as a part-time job, as a full-time passion for over 4 years. And I mean this. If they keep up with this fuckery this year, I will never touch this game again. And I'm dead serious. This is coming from somebody who plays this game every single day. I will not touch this game again if they allow us to put this much time into the game, put this much money into the game, and not reward really either of those two things appropriately. I'm done. And I know people say that, and they normally say it at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year, that when we're not getting content, when it kind of slows down, they're like, oh, I'm done. The game's going to be the same next year. I don't care about the gameplay. The gameplay is going to get fixed. The clock issues, the field goal, it's all going to get fixed. My problem is not the gameplay. My problem is the content that we're getting does not line up with the amount of time, effort, money that we put into this game. And that's it. I'm going to give it this year. And at the end of the year, 3/4 of the way through it, if we're still kind of where we're at now, not getting good content, I'll just stop playing. That's where I'm at.
There are moments where it seems like this is a low budget film. You have these directors that have a great idea, they have a great plot, they have a great script, they have decent actors, but they don't have everything they need to make that excellent movie. And you're watching it and you're like, man, if they would have had this producer or this and this and this, if they fixed these things, this would have been like one of the best movies ever. And that's how I feel like this game is. I'm taking content completely out of this equation. Content and programs and all that out of this equation. I've been playing Madden.
So you're talking about gameplay then?
I'm talking about gameplay, specifically gameplay. The fact that I played on stream last night, I'm going for Mutt Draft Elite, and I'm being cheated on my own stream. And the fuckwad had the nerve to come into my stream. He got the banhammer faster than I could even enjoy talking shit about him being a moron in my stream. And I'm thinking like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And it's not like beta, right? This is beta type stuff that we see at times. This is our 4th episode, you guys. This is our 4th episode. We've been doing this a month already. It's been a month since we've been doing this damn show. Tracking our Madden Ultimate Team experience. We've been doing this for 4 weeks now. And the problems that are taking place should not take place in a game like Madden or any game for the most part. This is entry level shit. If I thought I was a game tester, this is entry level stuff that I would try to do. I'd be like, oh, you want to work with us? This is the first shit you need to do. Figure out this easy ass bug. So I don't know. I'm not going to pretend that I know what these guys are doing because I don't do that for a living. I'm not going to have the balls to say that this guy does his job properly or this guy doesn't do his job properly. But what I know is previous years, it worked totally fine. It does. There's the most simple shit right now that's not working. There's a content guy. I cannot think of his name. Chewie something. It's like a Star Wars character. Anyways, I think that's it. I saw his tweet. A friend of mine sent it to me, where this guy's in a game where he's being cheesed out of his mind, and the guy's spiking the ball and calling timeout and spiking the ball, and it's like, this is like the basics of football. Like, how is this taking place right now? The time running out glitch, how is this taking place right now? And of all the complaints that I see, there are a lot of complaints that I personally, in my own opinion, I feel like are not worthy of bitching about. This year, for me to be I'm positive all the time and I support it, and there's excuses and reasons for everything. Like, there are too many things going on Twitter about this game that I'm like, I really don't have a positive, logical, mature response to this. Like, I have to keep my mouth shut because, like, how is this happening right now? And that's the sad part, is when I play the game and things are running smooth and I don't have to worry about the glitches and people running fucking glitchy ass defenses that don't make any fucking sense. It's a really fun game. It's dare I say, I'm having more fun playing the game, taking all those things out of the equation, than I've had in Madden in years. I've had a few games against guys that they ran 25 different plays on offense. They ran 25 different plays on defense. And I've had games I've gone into overtime with these guys. Man, there's a lot of problems. And this is week 4. At some point, to somewhat agree with what Platt is saying, like, we are supporters. We love this game. Look at the friendships we've made, the people that we've met, the fun that we have. This is a daily investment. You are investing every single day into this game. Anybody that says they don't fucking play mutt. Every day you get on, every day you're wondering what's new, what's happening, what can I do? How can I improve my team? Oh my God, the no money spent teams. I don't know how you're doing it right now. And that's why I back Platinum Woods 99.9% on this. How are you playing this game as a no money spent right now? And
I've got some stuff to add to that too.
I'm sure you will. And so for somebody like Wes, who's new to this, and we're trying to tell you what's good and what's bad, it seems like every single week, all we're doing is complaining. At what point do we stop defending all the issues with the game and just go, can we get a basic game here? Like, can we get a basic game? I don't know what they did to the patch. I didn't look at all the small minor details, but gameplay is better. Taking out the glitches. Take out the cheese and the glitches. The man coverage seems to be a little bit more balanced. The zone coverage seems to be more balanced. The run game, the pass game. I had a game yesterday where a guy ran the ball the entire time and he beat me. Outside of that, like, every game's been fun. It's a chess game. I'm starting to get back to that. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to run? Is he going to pass? Like, that's how you're supposed to play a game of Madden. It's supposed to be a chess game. You're supposed to figure out what your opponent's going to be doing. Right now, I feel like I can stop most things. But man, on the MUT side, and maybe I should play regs on the MUT side, the programs, go back and listen to a week. If you're listening to this right now, I don't care what day or time it is, go back and listen to our show last week and how excited I was, and talking about Journey, and I'm talking about Gauntlet, and I'm talking about all these things that we're going to have to do this week and how busy we're going to be. Right now, I don't have anything I need to do. I need to play Weekend League. I do, but I have till Sunday night. There's a new house rules, but you get 2 tokens for shit that we can't use, apparently. I don't know all the details to that, but from what I've been hearing and what I've talking to people is house rules. You get tokens for shit we can't do anymore. Why is it that in the 4th week of Madden releasing, the 2nd week of NFL football, you can play house rules, but you get 2 tokens that go into nothing if you did it last week? What am I supposed to be doing? Yes. What am I supposed to be doing right now on Mutt? I'm totally off track here, and this is how I fucking roll. I just talked to Platinum Woods about this. I have over 1,000 trophies. Do you have any fucking idea how long it takes and how much effort it takes to get 1,000 trophies less than a month into Madden? It takes effort. I did it. I'm that guy. You know what I need to do with my trophies? I'm gonna open 285 plus cards. Because Coach Madden apparently is fucking worthless. Who's always been the staple, like the one thing that you truly grind for. The one thing that you can play this, you can play that, you can do this, do that. End of the day, Coach Madden is where it's at. You get +1 speed for all your players. You get plus this for all your players. I remember at a point of a game, if a guy didn't have a Coach Madden, he wasn't a true Mutt player. Coach Madden was like the staple of, wow, this guy plays Madden. This guy plays Madden. If you have Coach Madden, you have maxed out, holy shit. This guy truly, he is a grinder. He's played head to head. He knows what he's doing. He has a good team. And I have him for appearance. I'm not going to get Coach Madden this year. I don't have that feeling, that drive, that energy, that fire of like, what do I got to do? I got to get on Madden. When my wife says I'm going out with my friends tonight and Pickle's going to your parents' house, so you're going to have the night alone. Normally I'm like, oh my God, I have so much I got to get done. And now I'm like, shit, I'll play Madden, but maybe I'll hit the auction or check out house rules. I don't have that sense of like, I got to get this done, man. I got to go. I got shit to do. It's kind of a shit feeling, honestly.
What's wrong with Coach Madden this year? What's different?
So the short story is, if you get a coach, let's say you get a Cowboys coach or a Denver Broncos coach. Denver Broncos coach boosts all Denver Broncos players, which is great. Coach Madden boosts every player in her team. So you don't have to be stuck with doing a Denver Broncos team. He would do everything the other coaches could do and way more because of the physical stuff. He could add, let's use Tone as an example. Tone's a Cowboys fan. Sorry, guy. He's going to have Cowboys coach prior to this year. He's going to have Cowboys coach. It's going to boost every Cowboy player in his team. But if he has Steve Atwater at strong safety, his coach does nothing for him. If Tone decides to get Coach Madden's boosting everybody. So it really gave you that availability to go to after whoever player you want. That +1 speed was huge. And then what was the other thing they added, Platt? It was +1.
You could have Madden rushing, Madden passing.
There was another physical.
The defensive side.
I think it gave +1 speed, stamina, and the other physical was +1 jump, strength, something like that. But it was literally like the day you finally got that complete, you would go to Twitter with it. Like, I just got Coach Madden. I just got this next collectible. And literally you'd see everybody in your team +1. Think Final Fantasy kind of mentality. Everything on.
So what's wrong with it now? What's wrong with this year's version?
They took it away. It's unless I'm reading it incorrectly.
There's a 600 trophy pack for him that you can buy right now. What's in that?
There's 5 of them. It's the equivalent to what your coach currently does.
Oh, neat.
We're just
very hoping that we're hoping that in the future it's like every other Coach Madden has been, that it's going to give +1 speed eventually, but there's no guarantee because there is no communication on things like that.
Gotcha. Well, from my point of view, when it comes to the complaints of gameplay or lack of content, this, as you all know, this is the first year I've really delved into this deep, and it's been eye-opening. It is a much deeper game than I ever thought it was, and there's so many different ways that you can play it. I don't think I have the gameplay complaints right now because, and no offense to you, but like, I'm not out there playing full games against other people over and over and over again because I'm too busy doing the solos and the situational type things to get my team better because I have to spend the time to do that. So they're able to mask a lot of the issues with the gameplay by just putting you in short 1 or 2 series scenarios and getting you out. And that's all good and fine. The same thing with house rules. I had a great time with house rules. First time I got my 40 wins. Nice. I never ever imagined that I would. And it was great and it was tolerable, but I'm not going to go out there and play full games and lose because it's just too much of a time sink. I'd play house rules all day long like that, especially the college overtime one. But the thing is now I've spent every day since the game came out. That's all I've played. I haven't played anything else. And that's, you guys know me. That's not, I committed to doing this and I'm getting tired of it. And I'm not getting tired of it because I'm getting tired of the game. I'm getting tired of now when I log on, I can either play full games to do complete some solos that I really don't need to complete, or I can play head-to-head online, or I can rip get a players. There's more for me to do, but a lot of it I just don't want to. And there's nothing, like, it's all the same shit that we've had. Nothing really new other than Ultimate Kickoff. And I'm just kind of like, well, I guess I'll do that because that's really all there is to do. And now you're saying that the house rules, there's no real point in me playing it other than for fun. Because to me, it's like, how do I maximize my time? I need to get the most things, whether it's coins or training or better players for my team with the least amount of time spent. And I really don't know what to do. I don't know what that is right now. And there's nothing fun like jumping out at me that says, hey, I want to go do this. And I'm kind of surprised by that. So, but apparently you all are too. So that's a good thing.
Well, and that's the thing is you always have the balance on when it comes to MUT is you have your no money spent and you have your people that spend money. And I've seen a few arguments on Twitter right now about people that spend money and don't, but the argument of the argument of time versus money. And I hate to use Kookie as an example, but Kookie's so goddamn busy. Kookie's not going to be playing his solos, right? So Kookie's the kind of guy that can drop down on the weekend and go, you know what, fucking, I'm dropping $400, and he's going to get really good cards. But then you have little Timmy. Timmy doesn't have money. Timmy's at home. His parents don't make him go to school that week because whatever fuck reason, Timmy's going to play the game.
Haha, mommy, I got your credit card.
Exactly. Well, Timmy's not going to spend money. Timmy's going to spend time because he doesn't have the option of money, right? Little Timmy right now is not having fun playing Madden. There's a lot more Timmy's in the world than there is Kookie in the world playing Madden right now. No money spent, guys. I don't know how they're doing it because there is nothing for you to do to make coins right now other than making alternate accounts, but you still have to spend money. I saw the argument that you can make an alt account, a new account, and you can play kickoff solo and get X amount of rewards. Yeah, you can do that, but you still have to spend fucking money. And I've always held a higher standard to like people that are known money spent. Like, God bless you. How do you do it? And you can tell when you see them. Oddly enough, you never see streamers who are true no money spents because you'll see all their level packs have been purchased, right? I'm saying the true no money spent. Think back when you were 16 years old, even earlier than that. Think if you're a 13 or 14-year-old kid. I loved NFL when I was 13 or 14 years old. And I had Madden when I was 13 or 14. Fuck, I still got it. It's right there. It's 10 feet away from me. I couldn't spend fucking money. I can only imagine going to my mom and dad and saying, hey, there's a game called Madden. My dad would know it. I'm playing a football game. Can I get $20 to buy a pack? Get the fuck out of here. Are you out of your mind? There's no way my mom and dad would let me spend money on this fucking game. So if I'm 13 or 14-year-old little Timmy right now, what am I doing? I've done all my solos. I can't afford the level packs. Maybe it's my birthday at some point. I buy a few of the level packs. But you can't work the auction because there's not a whole lot in the auction you can work unless you have a good amount of money. You have a good lot of coins. And in years past, little Timmy would kick your ass as far as time because he would have all these things to do.
He would get a player, but you can't even buy more than one of those packs at a time.
You can't, and I like the fact that that's there and it takes a long time to do that.
Look at Get a Gold. You can buy at least 5 of those at a time and open it later.
You can
Get a Gold. You have to buy one at a time, open it, go back through the menu, buy another one. It's so ridiculous that they don't give you the option to just rip 10 of them.
They need to implement They need to balance. In my opinion, it'd be really good to have the balance of people that can't spend money or choose not to spend money on the game.
They're punishing you for not spending money.
To a point. I would like to see where, if it takes me 10 fucking hours of house rules, why is house rules capped? Why is it capped at 40? We get what, 300 coins to win? What's if it's 1,000 for a win? It's not that much, but why cap it? Give us content. Give us something that we can do if we want to spend our time doing it, where you get that urge. Make 40 house rules the top tier of rewards, which is great. 40 is not like a walk in the park. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but have 100 be an 85 plus. Have 100 wins. Fuck it. Make it 500 wins. I don't care. Whatever the amount is, give us something to work for. Give us something to strive for, push for. And right now, that's if you don't even have to spend a lot of money on this game. Shit, right now is the time to spend money in the game. I'm going to rip a bundle after this, only for the fact there's 3 goddamn limiteds. That's all that's out on the game right now is 3 limiteds. But for the no money spent guys, like I don't know how you're doing it. I genuinely don't know how you're having fun or able to survive, because outside of head-to-head and weekend league to make stuff, is solo battles even out right now? Is it out? You can actually play solo battles right now. It's not gated. It's not screwed up. You have, if you're a no money spent, let's say you have an 82 overall. What is your overall right now, Wes?
85.
That's impressive. If you have an 85 overall, let's say you have an 85 overall, you're not going to be able to compete in weekend league more than maybe 5 to 8 wins, unless you're ungodly. I challenge you to get 10 wins, Wes. You can play your head-to-head, but the same thing. You can play Mutt Draft. Mutt Draft is something you can go for. Let's not sleep on that. That is working properly outside of a few glitches, but that'll happen anywhere you play. But again, we're going back to this trophy thing. You get your trophies, and not only the trophy packs have deteriorated in coins. What's the highest pack you can get is either red zone or touchdown. I can't remember which one it is. It doesn't matter. The numbers don't matter. Whatever that highest pack is, it's actually the coin value is lower than it was last year. So now it's just a time thing. I feel bad for the no money spent guys. I don't know how you do it. This is the worst year for it I've ever seen.
Well, I think this year there's the biggest gap that I've ever seen between no money spent, even low money spent, and people that spend money on the game. I've never seen a gap like this before. And I think you can still be competitive with a 84, 85, not against people that are good at the game, but like Swain said, 10 wins. After that, you're going to be really hard pressed because you're going to be running into people with God squads that know the meta, that will just run man-to-man defense and use the middle of the field, and you're fucked. But I completely agree with everything Swain said. There's a huge gap right now, and the way that you fill this gap is with content, with ways to interact with the game, with ways to build your team. You can barely even power up players, because to power them up costs more than the actual player costs. So I've been looking to power up Mark Clayton for 2 weeks. His card, his 86 overall card, which you don't technically need, but just for an example, you can get it for about 80 to 90K, okay? His power up itself, over 100K, between 1 and 130K. The amount of training that you need to power that card all the way up, close to 200K. So you tell me how I am supposed to interact with this game if training is too expensive to do anything with, and you're not putting relevant solos out to get cards. The heavyweights this week cost 200K, so that's a low budget team is not going to buy any heavyweights this week. You have 3 limiteds this week, great, but low budget teams are going to be able to interact with that. So
you need something to do. Okay.
And
you need something. I've got the answer for you. I will give you a 97 overall card in January if you go watch our show 2 hours a week for what, 3 months? However long? What kind of bullshit is that Derwin James versus the world thing?
Now you do get 390s though, so we need to keep that in mind.
I think that's a win personally. I think it's an absolute win. You're literally not doing anything. You're not spending any money. You're not hardly spending very little time at that, other than it not working for a few people. That's a win. We need more of that. In my opinion, no money spent. Little Timmy, 14-year-old Timmy.
If
is
it were
so
only
happy.
for that 97, I would completely agree. Would I watch it? Probably I'd still watch it. But we're getting 390s in the meantime.
For nothing.
And one of them is a pretty
Not for
good
nothing.
90.
Not for nothing.
Little Timmy is excited.
For time spent.
Little Timmy is excited.
So, and they did, you know, I'll give it to them here. They did change it to 1 hour, but I mean, expecting, and honestly, oh my God, I thought the content was horrible, but that's say you couldn't just leave it open, turn it down a little bit, and, you know, not really pay attention to it. But man, to really expect people to be there every week, same time, like it's, you know, your favorite TV show. It's a date every Tuesday.
Here's the thing though, Wes. We do it every single day. Yeah. 10:30 a.m. Find me in the Good Morning Madden stream for 5 silvers.
Yeah.
Right, but Swain, did you watch it?
I did. I worked the double shift. I actually enjoyed it. I have to be honest.
Well, I figured you were working, so you wouldn't be able to.
I would listen in between, and I was kind of like, oh, this is cool. I'm glad that they're actually doing something. I'm glad they're doing something. And the one thing I will say for poor little Timmy, there are so many opportunities to get free packs this year. I do have to give them a massive amount of credit. I mean, literally last weekend, there were I don't want to pull it up because it's on our YouTube. If you didn't open them, I would imagine you could get somewhere between 30 and 50 packs. Would be my honest guess. For no money spent, they're doing a lot of every morning they have drops, and then every night they have drops in the morning. They have a streamer right after that, and then after that, later in the daytime, they have 2 more streamers every single night. So you have the opportunity to get 4 packs every single day, which is kind of a big deal, honestly. I mean, every single day you can get stuff. It's definitely not content.
We can't treat that as if they're doing anything but using free packs to advertise and draw people into their ecosystem.
Absolutely. To me,
like I'm not dogging them for it. Like, good for you. I mean, it works, but we can't. In previous years, we wouldn't have said, "Hey, here's some great ways to interact with the game. Watch the stream every day. You get a pack of silvers." That was just a bonus. That was just like, "Hey, I'm showing up to learn about the new content. Here's a little something for your reward, for your time." What we're looking for is actual content, actual ways to interact with the market, the solos, the head-to-head, all of it. And I don't think that we've gotten one promo yet that has completely satisfied me.
I guess my point is, if I'm going to spend 2 hours a week doing something over the course of the next 3 months, and I know, again, you can do it in the background, but that's not the point. If they expect you to spend 2 hours a week, or now an hour a week doing something, then like that's not, if I'm going to spend an hour a week doing something, that's not my idea of entertainment for what I'm looking for, when, like you said, there's nothing to do in the damn game.
Yeah, and that's the tough part. I mean, to use Call of Duty as an example, when Call of Duty, the battle pass resets, like you want to play Call of Duty, like there's no like huge rush to get to level 100, but it's kind of cool. Like you get new weapons, you get new skins, you get that and the other. But like even a game like Call of Duty, like you can get on and play Call of Duty and have fun. The goal is always to win, right? Like you get a first place win, you're excited. You're like, we just got first place. If you're as bad as Shrades is, it might take you 2 weeks to get a win. But when you finally get that win, you're excited. But even Call of Duty there's so many different things to do where you feel like you're accomplishing something. You have some goal. You have something you're striving for. You have something like, if Call of Duty right now had a all gold uniform and you had to get 500 kills in 1 week, There are a lot of people out there who would literally be like, I am getting this 500 kills this week. They're excited about it.
Think about the Bruin.
That's
objective.
a great example. I mean, I as soon as I heard the Bruin was the thing and I saw it in Kept Stream, I'm like, I'm getting that goddamn Bruin. Social life, family life didn't get put on hold, but like literally, like I was at a point, I was like, I'm getting that fucking Bruin. And I was excited. And that feeling of finally getting the Bruin was just like, yes. And then immediately I go and upgrade the weapon. I go into shipment, do my thing. And then I'm like, I'm excited, right? I get to go out. I get to hang out with the buddies. Like, look what I got. I got the Bruin. I got the Bruin. I got these attachments. Let's go, boys. And then I get to go play with said loadout. Like, it's awesome. It's fun. Take that same mentality and place it into Madden. Like, if you get a Denzel Ward right now, are you super excited to go play Madden? But you get a program where you get 4 or 5 new cards for your team. Now you're like, you know what? I really want to see how I do in weekend league this week. I want to see how I do in head to head this week. That's the feeling that I personally would like to get again. Is, oh my God, I cannot wait to play Madden tomorrow with this new team. There's so little to add to your team right now. And I hate to say it, but the Legends being only 2 cards a week, who can they drop this week? They can drop Vic and LT this week. LT would be, LT's a must add. So Vic is probably a must add too, but like, am I going to be overly excited to play with Vic? For a few games. But outside of weekend league, like, where am I gonna be like, man, I gotta play Madden. I gotta get on. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna be able to play this game this weekend with wife, family, work, kids, blah 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 blah. You know, and that's the feeling that I haven't lost yet, but I could see this path of where it's going, and it's kind of like I want to get that excitement back where I'm like, man, I have to play Madden. I have to figure out a way to play Madden. If I have to work 14 hours today, I'm going to figure out a way to get my dailies in and make sure I play X amount of games, whatever.
Well, here's one that killed me, and we touched on it earlier, but I would like you to explain it to me. One thing that's killing me wanting to play Madden right now is I really enjoyed the house rules. Now, somebody said earlier that the house rules rewards that you get for this week are useless if you got them last week. Can you explain that to me?
I'll take that one. So last week we had a string of solos for the AFC, and we had house rules. So in the house rules, it was college overtime. You needed 10 wins, and you got a token.
Mm-hmm.
You do the solos, you get another token. And you could put both of those tokens into a set that gave you your choice of one of the however many 88s there were. You know, there's like 4 or 5, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe 4. That set was not repeatable. Okay. So last week we do that. We get our free 88. Great. We don't know what's coming next week. We don't know if there's more house rules, if there's more solos. We kind of think there's more solos. There's going to be an NFC component, whatever. That set is not repeatable. Okay. So you come to this week, we get different house rules, which you need 20 wins to get your token. And you got another string of solos that gives you another token if you finish them. That gives you 2 more tokens.
It's the same token?
Same token with nothing to spend it on. Now, the logical thing here, in my opinion, EA has 2 options here. The option that they do not have is exactly what they did, which is gave us 2 more tokens for not really that much more work. It's not like we had to do so much work last week to get those 2 tokens. 10 wins in house rules and a string of solos that are super easy. Pretty easy to get that. Even a not everyday player could do that and wouldn't have to work that hard. Same for this week. So their 2 options were either reset it, refresh it, and open that set back up and let you get another free NAT 88, or even better, give us more fucking cards this week, different 88s, and add that to the set and give us a different 88 or an 87 or an 86. I don't care. Give us something to use these tokens on.
I held on to my tokens. I held on to my tokens thinking that they would add more players.
If we had 488s and a master, you wouldn't. The mood's totally different. Not only on YouTube, Twitter, but Twitch as well. Like, I think Byron Jones is a really great ad. I think the 88s, personally for me, they were all trash, but I don't need them because they're not on my Calibur's team. But if they drop a new master, like not only do you have a new player and new content for people to get, but you also have reasons for people to make coins, hit the auction, a reason to play the game and strive for something to do on the game. You cannot lose sight of that. You cannot lose sight of that. That's so important.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Look at the notes here. We talked about house rules. Redux.
Yeah, I'll go through some of the things I have really quick. Redux is hopefully upon us at some point. I've heard yes and no to this. Apparently, season 2 may be coming out in 2 or 3 weeks, in a few weeks, in a couple weeks, soon. However you want to say it, it's coming out probably sooner than you would think. I would say in all the years I played Madden, I've never finished multiplayer series in season 1 ever. So that tells me it's probably 2 or 3 weeks away. With that in mind, if you have limited cards that are going for over $1 million or $1.5 million, you might consider selling them, because when that Redux comes out, you're going to be really upset. Job is a good example for that. Exchange set, if we do get a new series, and we'll talk about this as we actually get an official, AOK on this, Wes, but exchange set, right now the highest as you can get is a 85, 86. That means 87, 88. Exchange set is on its way. Keep that in mind. If you have high 87, high 88s, Tyreek Hill, for instance, I haven't got him yet. When that exchange set comes out, his price is going to literally just go down and down and down and down and down. Sell him. Kickoff week continues. LOL, that is not accurate. Next week
may change tomorrow. We may wake up and there may be more content.
In
my opinion, EA has lost the benefit of the doubt on that.
Yeah, and going back to even 2 weeks ago, we were talking about communication is key, literally letting us know what's going on. I like the surprise factor. I think nobody will ever forget the Mutt 10 last year, where we had the not Mutt 10.
Best night of Mutt that I've probably ever experienced.
Was it Mutt 10? No, it was.
Yeah, the Mutt 100, NFL 100.
Mutt 100. That shit was godly.
I know what you're talking about.
Surprises are great, but keep us in the loop on stuff. Power Up Pass is my reminder. If you have Power Up Passes, make sure you write them down. I'm going to continue reminding people of that. Don't forget your Legends solos. We are kind of early on that, but before you know it, you're going to be like, shit, I forgot to play my Legends solo. Outside of that, I just have our weekly goals and, of course, platinum players.
Well, we got to give... Sorry, go ahead.
I got nothing.
Oh. Well, we do need to do our team updates. We've got platinum players and our goals for next week. But before we get into the updates, Platt, do you have anything to add to all the shit we just dropped?
No.
Did you get it out?
I want to play the game, and they're not giving me any reason to play the game right now. They're not giving us any engageable content. The solos that they gave us today are great if you didn't do anything a week ago, but otherwise, no. It's not content that we can engage with. I'm not a big pack puller. I like to level grind. I know that's, I'm in the minority there, but I enjoy that because there is a goal. It's here's what you have to do, and you may have to sit here for 5 hours and do it, but I'm good with that. You just tell me what I need to do, tell me my reward, make it worth it, and I'll do it. Level grinding is fun for me because there's a good reward every step of the way.
I just like to feel like I'm progressing towards something.
Right, and the Mutt Master, that's a big grind. That's a big grind, but I like seeing that progress. I know what I'm getting into, and I know there's going to be a reward at the end. These solos, there's no reward for those today. There's no reward for the house rules today. That's the depressing part. Team of the week, there's a team of the year reward, 7 months from now or whatever.
Yeah, they're doing that differently this year, huh?
I mean, you still have to do a solo every week, and you get a token for it. But yeah, the everyday team of the week has changed a little bit. That's not so much for solo people though. That's a long-term thing. Do your solo every week. Heavyweights again.
But
There's
we're
no path
really
to that.
effectively talking about for team of the week, and I forgot to bring this up earlier. We're really talking about kind of removed content. Like there was much more to do with team of the week last year every week,
But you got
and
more
now it's
players.
one solo and some cards.
And for me, I'm going to give EA a little bit of a pass on that. I think they went in with the goal of, we may not have an NFL season, guys. We need some sort of a plan for team of the week if we don't have, games. But they have games. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a pass on that. Team of the week to me was never really that good for, no money spent, solo grinding kind of guys. It was good for pack pullers. You had two big masters up there. They normally rip the packs, drop the prices on everything else, but we just need some content. We need some content that we can all engage with, and we're just not getting it.
I keep reflecting back to this, Wes, about the trophies itself, because coins are always king. End of the day, coins are always king. You can talk on training for a little bit, and then you can make your coins back. Coin is king. That being said, those trophies, they're somewhat unattainable at times. It's very challenging to get trophies in this game, at least it has been. That being said, right now the most, I don't know, intriguing trophy set there is the 85 plus. We have seen major Fs with the 85 plus. I am a victim. I've done it 3 times in my history of Mutt, and one time I got a Khalil Mack that sold for $1 million. Outside of that, it was 85, and the other one was an 85. We saw another victim today. Tone pulled an 85. He got an 85 Tyrann Mathieu. 500 trophies down the shitter. That being said, it takes 500 trophies for an 85 plus. Why not have a 88 plus for 1,000 trophies? Why not have an 89 plus for 1,500 trophies? Fuck it. Have a 90. Have an LTD, random LTD for 2,000 trophies. You see where I'm getting at? If there was a fucking LTD for 2,000 trophies, that is something that's going to take you a very, very long time to do. However, if you spend the time to do it, you are going to be rewarded. That is the key phrase right now. If you're gonna spend time,
people will do it instead of buying the packs.
No, people would still buy the packs as well. I don't think that changes.
They would, but there's no reason that they can't have something like that.
The whole mindset that I have right now is, if I'm gonna spend time doing something, make it rewarding for me. I want to feel like I'm being rewarded for the time I'm investing into the game. I mean, for all aspects of it, if you work 40 hours a week, it's kind of relaxing right now. It's like, man, I'm good. I don't take any time off work. I don't have to fucking worry about faking an illness at work, which I've never done. It gets to a point where it's like, I was on Twitter today, and I went probably an hour without reading some messages from people. I'm like, can you catch me up? 2 hours. I missed 2 hours. Normally, I'm like, I cannot miss. I got to see what's going on. I gotta know. Right now, it's like, I don't care. Just tell me what it is.
Yeah, and you didn't miss anything today. You didn't really miss anything.
Kind of sad.
All right, we want to talk about weekly goals.
Well, I got a question. I think I know the answer. I just want to make sure. What is the best thing I need to do with my damn footballs?
No idea.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
I mean, I haven't seen. It's not in front of my face. That's what she said. There are some things you should do with them. I just don't remember what they are. Check the store under the.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to the store and they have little things that you can.
If it says,
but there's no definite like.
No.
I feel like there was, and it'll say like 1 remaining. If it says 1 remaining, it's usually something you want to do. If it's repeatable or endless, don't worry about it.
Okay. Rafe says save them for training. They'll convert to training. What if they convert to trophies though? Don't they do that sometimes too?
It'll convert to training.
Sadly enough, if it converts to training or trophies, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not worth it. I hate to
You're
say
not
it, but
you're not really gonna have enough to really do anything with it.
Any idea how long those footballs are going to be around?
At the next series changeover, it'll probably convert.
I think that.
All right. Well, do we want to give our updates? See
I want to
how
know.
we stacked up.
I want to know what my goals were because I kind of remember, but I kind of don't.
Your goals. The only thing I wrote down was 16 weekend league games or wins, and you got it.
Good job.
Hell yeah. 3 disconnects, I will add. But I had I had some epic wins. Weekend League was a son of a bitch. The 3 DCs were kind of it wasn't the DCs I'm seeing on Twitter. The DCs I had were right in the beginning of the game. It wasn't the wait till the end shit, which is just I don't even we're gonna spend 20 minutes talking about it. I don't even want to bring it up. Everybody in the world already knows about it. I got 16 wins. I think I'm close to 5.5 mil. I probably spent 300,000 hanging in that room with Platinum Woods. Outside of that, my team is still an 80 or 89 overall. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 17 weekend league games this week. 5 million coins. There's no way to improve my overall. I have my Bears Cowboys team, which I have to say, Platt, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. I'm still loving it. It's still good. It still works for me.
I would not recommend a split team this early in the year, though. Your wide receivers are trash, Selena. You know that.
Play me, bro. Just kidding.
All right,
Did I have goals last week, West?
Last week, yours were to finish house rules, get 40 wins, and be an 86 overall.
Both of those things. So good to go.
Fuck both of you guys.
And I've got 2.5 million in the bank. So let's go. I just need something to spend it on. Can you give me something to spend this money on?
Be nice. All right. So what are your goals for this week?
I'm gonna set my goal and bar very low. I just want to not quit this game by next week. That's what I really want to do. I want to play the game every day, and I'm going to try really hard just to get some enjoyment. My main enjoyment out of this game are the relationships that I've made playing the game. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy doing this podcast every week way more than I enjoy playing this game. Sometimes I'll get on and we'll just start a PSN chat and I'll just sit on the auction house and not do anything. And we'll just be talking for hours. Sometimes about how bad the game is, sometimes just talking about life. But the best thing that Mud has brought me this year and over the years is just the relationships that I've made. So
sometimes having
forever.
Epic Jimmy stories about Sodom and Gomorrah. That was,
that's shout out to Jimmy Jim. He can command an audience. I'll say that. He can put an audience to sleep, but he can also command them. All right. So goals this week. I want to play the game every day. Let's say, 87 overall. We'll see. I just want to find some joy in this game. I want to enjoy playing in it again. And that's on me. I need to try to find something to do.
Gotcha. Okay. My goals were to hit MUT level 50, which I did, first time ever. And I actually used my my level 50 card last night and pulled Junior Seau, so that's a win.
Keep him or sell him?
I still got him. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. We'll see.
So this is the thing, as I told you earlier, that's total F. The card is a dub. The time you pulled is a F. And anybody, if you probably read Twitch chat right now, is probably typing, "Why did you open a full Legend pack on a Thursday, Wes?" Because
I didn't fucking know any better.
You know now. You've learned, and it's
too late now.
It's too late now.
Anybody listening, if you still have your level 50 pack,
Saturdays,
open it Saturday.
That being said, Wes,
you can get a limited.
You need to sell that sumbitch now before Listen.
Yeah, sell
Listen,
it now.
Listen.
You should have
need to
opened
sell
it
him.
today, but sell it today.
Every week we hit a Saturday, the previous legends go down in value over and over and over and over and over. Bo Jackson last week at this time was probably 800,000. After Saturday, he went down. The other day, Vose told me, I was talking to Vose, he told me he was down to 400K or something. You wait and see what Bo's price is on Saturday. Middle of the day, you're going to be like, what the hell? Every week, those values go down. Especially also because it's Thursday night. You know what happens on Thursday? Weekend League comes out. You know what happens when Weekend League comes out? People are trying to get their team boosted up. A lot of people will buy cards on Thursdays for their Weekend League team, and then they'll sell them on Sunday or Monday when they're done with Weekend League, just in hopes that there's a new program coming out. It's a smart idea. I've never had the balls to do it. Long story short, sell them. Get rid of them. Now. Yesterday.
Will do. Okie dokie. The other thing was I wanted to get 5 of the Sam Mills level ups. I think I got 4 of them. And I wanted to have, I didn't think I'd get up to level 85, but I did.
Overall.
Yeah. I didn't even have that as a goal. So, but I didn't put that as a goal because I didn't think I'd hit it, and I did. So, and I also wanted to have $1 million in the bank. And I'm telling you, I got up to over $1 million a couple times so far this year, and it's just burns a hole in my pocket. And now, as of like today, I'm really wanting to make some moves, and I'm seeing why I should have had all this damn money built up so that I could do whatever I wanted, because now I'm like, fuck, I need to sell some of these cards so I can do what I want to do because I don't have any fucking coins.
And here, Wes, I'll give you some advice, and it's not even my advice. I'm going to give full credit to Swain. I love to rag on Swain. Here's one thing that he does that I think you should adopt. Watch how Swain manages his money when he's really close to going below the million threshold. Whether he's at $1 million, 2 million, 5 million. If he's got 5 million and 50,000, he'll say, let's open some kit of golds. Just to the point where he's at 5 million, then he stops. Because it's a mental thing. He wants to stop there, don't go below it, and then just keep building coins up. When he gets above 6 million, he'll stop at 6 million. So if you get to $1 million, just don't go below it. That's the rule. Don't, you get to 1.4, spend 400,000 if you want. Try to stay at that 1 million mark.
Gotcha. All right. Well, my goals this week then are going to be 86 overall. I was going to do not weekend league, house rules, but I don't know, maybe just for fun. But if I don't need the 40 wins, then so my other goal is just going to be 2 mil in the bank. I want money. I want coins. I want to buy what I want.
I hope EA gives you a way to get some coins this week.
Get a player. It's so boring though. But yeah, that's that for me. So what else do we got? Platinum players.
All right, so I've got some very unusual players this week, but I feel like we have to get out of the budget range a little bit. I think we all have a little bit of coins, so I'm giving you guys some players that you want to look for this week. Number 1 is Denzel Ward. Okay? It's not the full Denzel Ward. I want you to buy his power up, and I want you to power him up to an 88 overall. Right before. It's the same thing we did with Bo. We're going to power him up to the point right before you need his full limited card. At that point, he's going to be an 88 overall. He's going to have 92 speed. He is going to be a top man-to-man corner. He's going to be right up there with the Drape Eyes and all those other guys. That's player number 1. His power up, 70, 80K, fine. The training to get him up, that's all you need though. And you'll get that all back if you ever do decide to power him down. So Denzel Ward right before you need his main card. And that's the theme this week. We're going to take the next one, Jamal Adams. Power him up right before you need his limited card. He'll have 87 speed, tons of hit power. I'm not exactly sure. 91 hit power, and that's before all your chems. So Jamal Adams, your third one that you want to get, and this is a cheap power up. Aaron Rodgers, he was the other limited this week. Those are 3 really solid players. All you need is their power up And if you have your power-up passes, you can use it for their base elites, and you just need the training. And training is a little expensive, not so much today, because the market crashed about 10, 15, 20% today. Big drop today, so training was a little cheap. But those are the players that, they're not budget players, but they're not super, super high end, but you're going to get high end performance out of all three of those players. That Denzel Ward is going to play about as good as his other card would, not as good. It's going to be a little slower, but overall, Denzel Ward, power him up. Jamal Adams, power him up. Aaron Rodgers, power him up. And when those redux come out, or when we get a power up pass, throw it on there. You'll have the full one.
Awesome. I think I have something to do tonight now. All right.
Go.
Well, guys, if you don't know where to find us, the link is in the chat. It goes to a link tree. It's got all of our different links in it. You can find us there. Listen to us during the week. I find it useful to listen to this shit again, even though I have to go through and edit it, because sometimes I miss some nuggets of information that have been really helpful to me as kind of a new guy. So, and when I say new guy, I used to get a little offended when Swain was like, "Oh, Wes is new to Madden." I'm not. I played Madden since I was a kid, but Ultimate Team, I haven't known shit, and I'm learning a lot. So, and it's because of these guys and because of doing this show. So hopefully it can help you too. Swain, you got anything else? You want to get us out of here, man?
I do not. I just want to say this is our longest show we've ever done, and this is with zero content. Imagine what's going to happen when we get content.
My content is rage.
Mm.
All right. Well, if we're done, then guys, we will see you next week. You know where to find us during the week. I'm not going over all that stuff. We will see you then. Have a good night.
See you guys.